I'm going to show you how to export your image from SketchUp into a graphic format that can open in Photoshop, so you can add more content in there. So here's my model, just a simple one, and I just want to get a nice view that I'm happy with, something like that. There's some under window, where are we, styles. So you can come in here and play with some of these. So we'll just go home. So there's nothing in there. What do we got? Assorted default styles I seem to like. So you can come in here and play with some of the different options to get different effects. So we can sort of see, what do we got? What else have we got? We can come in here, sketchy edges. What are they like? They could be quite bad. Worth a look, but chances are they might be a bit horrible. But you can have a play around and see. So lots of options. So we'll see what we can do. So what I'm going to come back and go default and come in and do, no, which one do I want? No, that one. So we get the texture and the but a zero background. So we can then go File, Export, 2D Graphic, and we want to check into Options. And by default, you'll have Use View Size. So we want to uncheck that, and I'm going to type in 3000 and hit OK. And there's a couple of options here. We've got JPEG and we've got a TIFF option. So TIFF creates the best file format to use, and sort of there's no compression or loss, and it creates a large file. So 3000 DPI, or not DPI, sorry, 3000 pixels along the top will end up with around about an 18 megabyte file. And then we've got JPEG, which will compress that down, and then when you open it up in Photoshop, uncompress it. So I'm going to do this. I would actually recommend using the TIFF, but I've been having some troubles with that on my computer, so it's worth a try. Otherwise, you can go to JPEG, and we've got rep for repetition 01, and I've got it in digital design, so we can export. So that's going through and exporting. And if we wanted, we could come in and do some little tricky things. So we might even come and do a sketchy edge one, find one that's kind of useful for what we want to do. Where are we? Kind of looks a bit weird. So does that one? See if we can find. I wonder if we can edit that somehow. Stroke. Level of detail. I wonder what we do if we change that. That's worse. So I'm going to have that right up. Display edges. No. Don't know if that does anything. And there's a whole lot of options in here that we can come in and tweak and edit. We'll try that. So I'm going to export that now. File, export, 2D graphic. I'm going to call it something slightly different, so underscore line, and then just check that we're the same, so it's going to be exactly the same, and we've got better quality, which is great, and then export. So it's now have two images, so I'm going to open up Photoshop. So we're going to open, here we go, so we rep 1 and rep 2. So hold down Control, or rep 1. No, we don't want SketchUp, we want that one. Make sure we get the right one, and the little image comes up, and then we can pull that. And you can see here, if I mouse over, that the size is 97 kilobytes. Because it's a vector-based 3D graphic, it's quite small. And then you can see if I mouse over that, it's 1.3 megabytes. And then if I do the test TIFF one, mouse over that, it's going to come over. So you can see that that's 17 megabytes. So you can see it's a lot bigger. So we want line and the other one by holding down Control. We can open up both of them. Open. So they appeared on the other window. So we'll bring these in. So there's that one and this one. And I'm just going to double click on that to fit in, and on the hand so we get two images. And I'll quickly go over some tricks. So we've got a series of our colours there, but we want to sort of give it a bit of a hand touch. And you could do this by printing out and scanning over it as well, which could be really useful. So I want to just bring that in, get it to lock in the same place, somewhere about there. And you can see we can't see through it, so if we go and use our layer mode, we can change that to, if we multiply, we can see right through, and we can just bring that over. So we start to get a bit of a sketchy overlay, and if we bring the opacity down a bit, just to make it not so dark, and if we zoom in on a corner, there you can sort of see the other bits sort of coming through. And so it's a matter of playing and adjusting, but that's one option, and it depends on what image you're working with. So that's just one way of using it, and you can come and use the layer mask and adjust some of those things, and bring in a person or some other item to start giving it context. So I hope that helps.